I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning. I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rest keep me up on it.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Breida, CD, an undrafted free agent from a season ago, and with McKinnon out, he's really helped fill the running void for the 49ers.
Yeah, remember, they got Jerick McKinnon as a free agent and expect him to be a 3-down back for them. As you mentioned, out for the season with an ACL injury. Almost fitting that Matt Breida stepped into the breach for him. They were college teammates at Georgia Southern. Breida leading the league in rushing, tied for the lead, I should say, through the first 3 weeks of the season. And don't forget in reserve, Kyle Juszczyk, their fullback, who can take some plays at running back as well.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Being chased out left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Looking to throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. on 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. Oh, and now he bowls him over. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
For San Francisco, Charles, earlier we discussed Jimmy Garoppolo, the year he had after the injury. They had to scramble really at quarterback, but now they're going to have the number 2 overall pick because of the injury-riddled 4-12 campaign. Where do you think they go?
They'll have different options, too, because many will say secondary. They just had 2 interceptions all year long. Worst in the NFL. Pass rush, to me, it's edge rusher, because I think they get the rush inside with DeForest Buckner. I think he does a really nice job for them. But could they trade back from number 2? I think they'll be sitting by the phone saying, hey, you guys want to talk? We're agreeable to that.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 58 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, a 20-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, Elliott. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. To throw is Prescott. Forced out to his left. Cooper's got it. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Here we go, 46. Good. 26.
On first and 10, Prescott flushed out right. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Binds, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. DeForest Buckner. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's second down. Well, Charles, the All-Pro team was announced a Friday before the playoffs started. Aaron Donald, the only unanimous choice. Let's see, the Chiefs had 4, Bears had 4. What stuck out to you about the All-Pro team?
Well, it's such a great year for Drew Brees at quarterback for New Orleans, the #1 seed in the NFC. Yet he's only second-team All-Pro because Patrick Mahomes had a magical season in Kansas City and deserved to be the #1 guy. How about the Chicago Bears going from worst to first in the NFC North? 4 players making the All-Pro team led by Khalil Mack. And then when you talk about rookies, the Colts had 2 that made it in Quentin Nelson, their offensive guard, and Darius Leonard, their linebacker.
He'll drop to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. The Dallas Cowboys so good at home this year, 7-1 during the regular season. That helped earn them the NFC East title. So they come home, they beat Seattle. Now, though, they go on the road for a much tougher test.
It is indeed a much tougher test. The Los Angeles Rams, a defensive front led by Aaron Donald, who many think could be the MVP of the league this season. And since 1996, the Dallas Cowboys are 0-5 in the divisional round. So they're trying to take on history as well. It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Prescott now on second down. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 48. Gun. Go, get out there. 26.
1st down, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That goes for a gain of 31. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back here right after this. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Solomon Thomas in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
26.
3rd and long for Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49ers offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Here's Austin. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now here come the Cowboys. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Prescott from the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Wide open receiver complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, get that. Let's go, get out, get out. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 46.
Final play of the half, Prescott. And an alley to run. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott from 17 yards out. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw now on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. First target, first catch, and a first down. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Gun!
Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Lucky 56.
Here's Breida. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
A dump off to Elliott. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Flushed out right. Looking deep in the direction. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Intended that time for Cooper. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Back to throw now in his own end zone. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Detroit!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
Detroit!
Back to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
3-19!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that is going to be Wow. A big third down play there for the Niners. 43 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Well, they gave it a shot, quarterback sneak. Not able to get it.
No, but if you're going to call a QB sneak on 3rd down, you draw it up to get it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Maybe they were thinking 4-down territory.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. Touchdown, 49ers. Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2. They're going to look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing, Prescott. And he rifles one incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his 2nd incompletion, and we're in the 4th quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Cassius Marsh in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Letting one fly. It's caught at the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 42 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. First man through, it's the fullback use check. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Detroit! Detroit!
Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right.
Detroit! Detroit!
4 down.
He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Throwing here, Prescott. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
46.
Tight. Watch left.
Here we go. 26.
2nd down, Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking.